Well, how's everybody doing? I had a weak moment here a few weeks ago, and Joe Pye and a bunch of other people are all building this #1 steam engine from it's yeah, shit, like the damn name of it's right here. Yeah, steam drilling engine 1B1 is what it is, and it's a P and something. Yeah, ain't that awful. P&M Research. There we go. I know it's P something. Anyway, yeah. So I'm doing the base right here, and you know everybody else starts with a cylinder. I like to get something I can set on the ground and start building to it. That's just a psychological thing for me. I gotta have something done that I can set down and it's done. So anyway, I just wanted to show you how I was going about it. Joe Pye made some real fancy stuff and kind of above my pay grade, I guess you'd say. I got to do some more checking. I'm going to put a pin in and check along the center. But I've taken this piece of aluminum, which when I started it was like this one. Pretty oxidized. And I spent 45 minutes or so machining all six sides of it. And it's pretty square. So, you know, that right there is 13/16, just about right on the money. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's pretty darn close. And this one back here, I mean, it's splitting the line right down the middle. So I'm gonna put a pin in. I'm holding it with a back. I do have a bolt hole up here also. Once I get this so that I know that is running true with these here, I'm going to very carefully bolt that down. I'm going to hold it with these two, basically like so. That right there will go in the middle. And I'm going to go down and I'm going to drill and tap. Well, I'm going to drill them all the way right down through. And then I'm going to take this off and I'll tap the 4 holes. And this is actually going to be tightened down along with this when I machine all this other stuff. And then my theory is I can clamp it on this side over here when I do this bore through for the crankshaft to the main bearings. And when I do this here, I can clamp over here. It will be a lot of hangout, but I can clamp on the side of the vise and put this vertical. So everything should be able to go 90 degrees, 45, all with this one jig. It's, you know, it may not work quite as neat as what Joe Pye's stuff did, but this is what I got. So we're going to see if we can use it, and I'll bring you along. Okay, what I did, everybody, is I put a pin in there, and it won't go through the flashing on the bottom. It would if I, you know, filed it a little bit. It just goes down and bottoms out right in the center. Does the same thing back here without rubbing on either side, so it must be pretty darn near in the center. Goes right down, stops right there. So this here still measures exactly 13 on both ends. It hasn't moved. Oh, did I move it? I may have moved it, I guess, and didn't know it. Yeah, I gotta make sure. Boy, that is so friggin' close. I don't know which I want to trust. These down here, the casting down there, or the casting on the top. Oop. That brings it back. Yeah, see, it depends. I guess I gotta have that tight, that bolt just a little tighter. Yeah. That one there is snug. Now right now they're both dead on. And that stops in the flashing. Yeah, it's not hitting here, so it's definitely stopping in the flashing on the bottom. A little too far. Yeah, it hits right on the bottom. So, and it's still 13. So I'm going to call it good. I'm going to tighten them up. And can't tighten that one too much because it might spread the bottom. So that's enough that I can machine it. So anyway, we're I gotta mess around here, see what I want for an end mill on that, and I'll be back. So what I'm doing now, I'm going along. I got a little small end mill, and I'm supposed to go 4-inch right there. That one isn't quite far enough to be in the middle of the boss. That is it right there. So we're going to go 427. Got to change these numbers as you go. That way I can hit the center of the holes with the drill if I write them down. And as far as the depth, I'm just going like clean. Looks good. Now, we'll go to the back side, which you guys can't see, so I'm going to shut you off. No sense to burn up time. Well, anyway, this is what I'm doing. I'm just drilling down through into the aluminum. As soon as I hit the aluminum, I stop. And I got a longer center drill here that I had in the other room. And we are drilling at 857. My drill here has got a little bit of a wobble to it. But it still seems to do all right if I take my time. There. Now what I've done, don't know if you can see that very well, but I've machined the top of the boss. It doesn't call for it, but most of your high-end steam engines in the old days, you know, they'd run a big mill down so that you wouldn't have rough casting I always like the looks of it a little better. So that's what I did. And anyway, I'm going to get a collet set up. A brand new 1/2-inch carbide end mill. And, well, I might even have to go with a small. I got a small carbide here that would do the radius better. Maybe I'll cut it with a small one. I don't even know what this one is. Looks kind of like 1/4 inch, but it could be anything. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. Well, I don't have one of those fancy tap guides. I've been drilling these with a, what the heck was this thing? This is a number 39 drill. And this is a 540 tap. So, like a lot of things, I don't have a lot of fancy tools. This was machined out so I could get it in near a hub on another model. But, yeah, let's get the right size hole for the tap. And little WD-40. Whoop. Find the tap, find the hole, just set it there. And just hold it right over it nice and flat and tight. And that'll keep it vertical. And once you've gone in about 10 threads on these little taps, just take it off so you can see what you're doing. A little more WD-40 just to make sure. And we'll go right in till this bottom's out. And I'll do the same over here. And that'll give me something to hold that base down with while I have these 2 bolts removed so that I can do the machining that I need to on those areas. Once I get the crosshead slide area done, what I'll do is I'll put these bolts back in just for extra security. And I've got some 540 bolts. You can get these anywhere, but I bought a bunch of this stuff through MSC years ago. And 540 by 5/8. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's what it is. And if everything is done according to plan, when I get all of these in, must have a little burr there somewhere. Try that again. There we go. Just had a piece of crap in it. So anyway, those are going to hold down the bed plates. So I got one more to do, and I'll bring you back in a few minutes. So anyway, I found the top, my datum point up here, and I went down. I am down right now 860 thousandths. So I'm going to walk in and see how this thing cuts. The bed plate bolts seem to be having plenty of strength to hold it rigid. That's kind of a relief, because, you know, nobody else has done it this way that I've seen, so I kind of, in the back of your mind, you question whether or not it'll work, but seemed like the way to go. So I got to go down another 15. That will bring me right down to 875. And this should be the finished pass. Oh, nice finish. So now bring this over to the center, back a little. I got to go down 3/8. So I'm actually going to do a little math here, so I don't do math in my head with a nickel. I'll be back. Well, we're making the last pass. I made a few here. I was a little unsure of the width of the cutter. It's not quite 250, so I wanted to do some math here. And that should be within a couple of thousandths. Because that right there was the DROs set on 151.5. 151.5. And I'll do a measurement here and see where we're at. And we'll know if we got to go more or not. Yeah, I'm showing 541 right now, and I'm aiming for 564. So anyway, I just did some math here. 162 on the digital readout should put me right on the money. And of course I'm making this before I make the crosshead, so I'll adjust the crosshead if I frig up. But we'll see if we can't finish this. I'm just going to make a pass up and back. I'll bring you back in a minute. What I've done here is I've stepped ahead 3/16 plus 10. So I got 10 left to clean, and make a spring pass across. When I flip this up, that'll give me something to measure off. Yeah, so I am at the right elevation, and I am also at the right distance from the front of the cylinder area. So we're going to go across this real careful and see what it looks like. Okay, now that's going to be a 3/8 eventually. Came out about in the middle of the bosses, which is good. Yeah, right now I'm just about 3/16. So I'm going to go down. I think I'll go in 50. I got to machine this boss off, so I'm going to go up 50. And I'm going to back up 50. That was 156, so should be 106. Should be right about there. We're looking better. Yeah, I'm gonna quit right there. That's big enough for me to indicate off. Almost forgot about these drilled and tapped holes here. Hopefully that'll pick up that hole even though it's wobbling. Yeah, it's gonna. Beautiful. Well, that's a crooked drill. Some of my stuff isn't the best quality, but it gets me by. Okay, we'll go to 406 on the other side. .406 right there. Get it in there right. Come on. Well, I'll tap them by hand after. And now we gotta zero it again. And go to 625. Right there. So you should be in the right spot. Come on. Now, go over and drill the last one. That only says 1/4 inch deep, but I went plenty. Go back to 406. Right there. Should be right there. One of these days I'll get me a better drill chuck, yeah, one that don't wobble so. Oh, yeah. Other than tapping those 4 holes, this project right here is done as far as I can do before I rotate and start doing other stuff. So we're going to call it a day on this one, and if you like it, subscribe. We'll be doing another piece probably tomorrow night, and yeah, hope you like it. Give me the thumbs up if you do. Ask questions. I'm kind of doing it my own way. I've seen how Joe Pye. If you haven't seen Joe Pye's stuff, go look up Joe Pye. The guy's unbelievable. He's a true machinist. I'm not a machinist. I'm a farmer, and I like playing with stuff. But anyway, yeah. So I hope you enjoy. It'll be a nice adventure. I think it's going to be a nice model when it's done. And just the first part. We'll talk to you later. Yeah, so this right here is what this model is. It's PM Research Incorporated. It's a 1B1 1880s steam drilling engine. And comes in a fairly small box. Not real big. Got all your hardware. I won't use most of those because I don't like the looks of that type of a fastener on a steam engine. But you know, I haven't got into the cylinder or none of the other parts yet. I haven't even had the flywheel out. I'm going to take stuff out as I want it. That way it doesn't get lost. And anyway, that's what we're building. So I'm not going to be fast at it, but I'll get it done. And hope you enjoy. I'll take you upstairs real quick and I'll show you the last model that I built. The light's not very good in here, but so anyway, that's the first gas engine I ever built, but that steam engine I hope will come out as good if not better. So anyway, talk to you later.